Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olamide, and if you're seeing me for the very first time, welcome and happy new year. This is my first ever video of 2024, okay? And happy new year everybody. I just wanted to come on here real quick. As you can tell from the thumbnail, you guys, I was actually thinking of content for my channel, and this just dropped in my spirit because I was thinking of something and it just dropped in my spirit, and I also just thought to share. And I know that a lot of YouTubers like myself and people that are just new to YouTube, regardless of wherever you are in your YouTube journey, I believe that this will be very helpful. It's sort of a timeless video, and the information will be relevant regardless of whenever you decide to watch this video, whenever you decide or whenever you come across this video. So I'm going to be talking about things that I will not be doing as a creator or a YouTuber in 2024. You guys, I have my notes here down from time to time, but trust me, this video is going to be super quick. I'm also going to try to leave tags so that you can probably skip to the one that you're interested in. I've forgotten what that thing is called. So let's get right into the video. The first thing that I will not be doing is to compare my journey to anyone else's journey. Just recognizing that everyone's journey is totally different. And guys, I followed a lot of YouTubers in my life for a very long time, and I've seen different growth patterns. I've seen how people have grown very quickly. I've seen how people have taken time to grow. I've seen how one video from years ago could just pick up just suddenly and then turn your channel around. You guys, I said this here with a cough, but I'm going to try to not let this affect this video. I've seen so many stories, success stories on how people got monetized, on how people just went from 0 to 100, and it just brings me to say that it's just very not a good use of your time. It's just worthless to compare your journey to another person's journey, because the algorithm is different. What people are searching for per time is different, and it's just really stressful. And you will notice that these tips that I'm going to be giving do not only apply to yourself or myself as creators or YouTubers, even in like general everyday today life. It's very easy to say, but yes, I've seen a lot of New Year resolutions, and most of the ones I've come across include no comparison to anyone else's journey, and that should also apply to yourself as a YouTuber and myself as well. Another thing that I'm going to talk about, which is my number 2 point, is staying true to your why. Why did you start YouTube? Why did you start creating? You guys, I've come on here to share my journey of how I've been burnt out several times, but you still find me sharing my video. You will still get a YouTube notification saying Viciola has just uploaded a video, and that's because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. It could be frustrating, but it just gives me that reason to keep going, and it's enough motivation for me. I recently watched a video by, I think it is Nisha. Is it Nisha or Nisha? And then just in terms of goal setting, she was talking about how to properly set your goals, and it just makes sense to always attach a reason to your goal. So for example, I want to create content in 2024 because it could be that because I want to earn a certain amount by the end of the year. It could be because I want to just put myself out there more. It could be because I'm trying to be much more confident in front of the camera. But what is your why, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That has kept me very grounded in the 3 years that I've been on YouTube, just going on and off and still finding my way back, because I know my why. Okay, so you should know your why as a YouTuber and as a creator. My number 3 point of the things that I am not going to be doing in 2024 as a content creator or a YouTuber is to try to copy what other creators or YouTubers are doing verbatim. Like, it will not work for me, it will not work for you. You can of course get cues from what other people are doing, but you want to I think there's a book called Steal Like an Artist. There are quotes that say you should steal like an artist. You shouldn't try to copy exactly what someone is doing. Get inspiration, get creative ideas from other people, and then try to infuse that into your what's it called, into your own creative juice, your ideas, you know. There are so many trends and you just can't keep hopping. You'll just wear out, you know. You need to not just always copy what's out there. You need to also stay grounded on, you know, what your content is truly about, what you want, what kind of value you want to deliver to your audience, and just stay true to that. So basically, I'm going to be showing up as my authentic self here on YouTube, and not try to always adapt my style to what every other YouTuber, you know how many YouTubers are there in the world. You can't just keep copying what everyone is doing. You need to also ensure that you are authentic as possible. You show up as yourself. You bring yourself into your content and not try to copy. I've tried to do that in the past and it did not work for me. Just stick to what works for you. Get ideas and then, you know, just keep doing your thing and everything will align in your favor eventually. That's what I believe. This is my number 4 point, I believe. But one of the things that I will not be doing in 2024 as a creator or as a YouTuber is not to take time off. Like, the internet will have you over consuming people's lives. You guys, you need to take time off to declutter your mind. And it's so crazy because as creators or as YouTubers, it could be very difficult to find that balance, because you need to stay online to get like ideas and creative juices. You need to stay online to get inspiration, but it could also be too much because you're going to be over consuming hundreds and thousands and millions of people's lives on social media, and that sometimes can affect your creativity, but it can also boost your creativity. So it's like a love-hate relationship, but you need to, you know, want to strike that balance. So that's one thing that I know that I think I can do it, but I will be doing it much better in 2024. You know, just taking time off the internet and not just try to declutter my mind and not, you know, there's so much garbage on the internet these days, and you really do not know how much you're consuming until you take time off, you know, the internet. So as YouTubers, as creators, it's good to always take time out to just refresh your mind and just come back, you know, refreshed, and you can now pour out, you know, you can pour out of a refreshed cup. Basically, if you're empty, there's really nothing for you to give. Do you get? So that's what I'm trying to say. This one is like, is ravaging our society, you guys. Bring back shame. What? In 2024, as a YouTuber / creator, I will not be sharing things that I'm not supposed to share, all because content must content. There's some things that are supposed to stay private, and I can't decide that for you. But this is just my own personal resolve, right, to not share the things that are not worth sharing, because it's nobody's business. Aside from it being nobody's business, it's not just worth putting out there. And, you know, I just don't want to do things for the sake of, oh, content must content, and there's some information that should stay private that, you know, is meant to be private that I'm not supposed to share. So in 2024, I'm going to be trying as much as possible to keep private information private, and what is worth sharing, okay? And that can be I think that can be very difficult, because, you know, content, as I'm sweeping, is content. As I'm filming, is content. As I'm eating, is content. But I'm not going to decide for you what you think you should share or what you shouldn't share. But yeah, as I said, that's my personal resolve. The next thing I am not going to be doing, and I want you guys to just pay attention to this particular one, because somehow we are all guilty, especially when your personality is like introverted or you're ambiverted. You know, in 2024, I'm not going to be shy about my content, guys. You see, today as I was about to film this video, I was throwing tantrums in the house. I need my husband to just cheer me up to get to film this content, which just goes on to show how much hard work we put into these things. And sometimes we get little to no reward, sometimes no reward at all. You can put out a video and nobody leaves a single comment, nobody likes, nobody shares your content. Guys, I've been coughing. I started 2024 ill. I'm better now, so that's why this content is actually coming right now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, we all worked hard as YouTubers and content creators. We know how much work we put into creating our content, and it's just not, there's so many things that goes on behind the scenes. You know, you're constantly moving your videos, your camera up and down, you're editing, you know, you're struggling, you're trying to keep abreast of new editing skills. You know, there's so much that goes on into these things, and the last thing you want to do is to be shy about the content that you've worked so hard to create. So that's one thing that I will not be doing in 2024. And this is just to say that confidence starts from doing. The more you delay, the more you're further away from achieving that perfection that you desire. So you could say, oh, it's not perfect enough, you know, I don't have this particular light, I don't have this particular angle, there's no space, there's no this. At each point we are in our lives, there would always be an excuse. Regardless of where you're starting from, there's always an excuse. So you have to, you know, do with that what you may. You get the gist. But I was throwing tantrum today because of something that I would have just said, you know what, I'm not doing this content again, I'm tired for today, I'm frustrated. You guys, I literally, water already welled up in my eyes because I was just angry and frustrated. But I'm saying two things right now. One thing is to not be shy, and should not be shy about the content that we have created because we worked so hard. So what that means is you're sharing to everybody. You're not being shy. You're not, you know, trying to hide yourself because you feel like you're not confident enough about your content. Share it like that. You know, Rome was not built in a day. Share it like that. With time, you would get better at, you know, editing, at speaking to the camera, at you know, your thumbnails, at different things. Basically, you get better. So that's what we're not going to be doing in 2024. In 2024, I am not going to be quitting easily because I'm not getting the results that I desire. I could have said I'm done with YouTube. I think I actually did say that in 2023. But this is just something I love to do. I just don't see myself leaving YouTube anytime soon. So I'm not going to be quitting easily because, you know, I didn't get my desired results. And there's something there's this funny quote that says, lady luck favors the one who tries. So if you're not trying, you know, your chances of the algorithm being in your favor is getting slimmer and smaller every day. So in 2024, you guys, I am not going to be quitting easily because I'm not getting the result that I desire. And I think that you shouldn't quit as well. Just keep pushing and eventually we'll get the results that we desire. The next thing that I am not going to be doing in 2024 is overthinking my content because I think that my content is not good enough. Have you guys seen the kind of content that goes viral these days? Hey God, have you guys actually seen the type of content that goes viral these days? I'm saying that again because, you know, what are you doing? Like, what are you really doing thinking that your content is not good enough? It may not be good enough, but however, there is time for you to, like, there's room for improvement. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. That by constantly practicing, and I think I already touched on this in my last 2 points, so I'm just gonna breeze over this very quickly. But that's something that I suffered from, you know, early on when I started creating content. Just overthinking it. Is it good enough? I don't want to share. There are still content that I have in my drafts, guys, that I haven't shared because I just felt like they're on YouTube, but I have not pressed publish because I just felt like, you know, it's not good enough, you know. And I'm going to actually share those videos. I think it's just 1 or 2, and I'm going to share them regardless of what anyone thinks, right? Because like I said, there's no need to be shy. We worked so hard to create this content. You might as well go out. Why sit in my drafts? Okay, so that's what we're not going to be doing in 2024. See that word, small YouTuber? I've erased it. I've removed it from my diary. I've removed it from my dictionary. I've removed it from my vocabulary. I'm not going to be referring to myself as a small YouTuber anymore. I'm going to refer to myself as a growing YouTuber because that kind of I think it would help my mindset and would kind of reset my mind. I don't see myself as a small YouTuber, and I don't think that I want to remain a small YouTuber. So in 2024, I'm not interested in being a small. I'm not a small YouTuber, please. I am a growing YouTuber. I'm a work in progress, and I know that I will eventually get to where I want to. So I'm not referring to myself as a small YouTuber in 2024. This last one is, what's the popular mantra for 2024? You guys, how did we enter 2024? What did we enter 2024 saying? No grief for anybody. That's what everybody was saying, no grief for anybody. And I love it so much because I love it so much because now it's been reframed to no grief for yourself. You know, it's not been reframed, but you know, some of my Christian brothers and sisters have changed it to no grief for yourself. And there is, God, and there is not a better mantra that I resonate with more than no grief for yourself, because most often than not, we are the ones that limit ourselves in our minds, how we think of ourselves. we thinking that we're not good enough, you know, we're thinking that our content isn't good enough, we procrastinating, we trying to act based on our feelings and just not, like, feelings are not facts. And that's one thing that I know, like, the fact that I'm feeling something doesn't always mean that it's accurate, or doesn't always mean I should act on it. You know, try to snap out of what I'm feeling and just do the work. Like, this work will not do itself. That's adulthood. Like, it will not do itself. You need to. You can't keep talking. You can't just keep talking and talking and talking. Guys, this is just, you know, I think this coffee is telling me to wrap it up. This coffee is telling me to wrap it up, and I really enjoyed, you know, talking about this this video, things that I'm not going to be doing in 2024. I really like the fact that this doesn't really apply, like I said earlier, to just YouTubers and creators. If this really resonated with you, just let me know which one of them resonated with you in the comment section, okay? And if this has provided you with so much value, if you've gotten value from this video, please leave a thumbs up, share, like, leave a comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And you guys, 2024 will be a great year, okay? Expect great content from this channel. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye bye.